and speed. I just gotta quickly boot up YouTube again and just make sure that everything is okay. It should be fine now because it just takes a little bit more bandwidth to run a standard. It's quite hard to do that sometimes. So we'll go back to the live streaming place and we should be up and running again. So apologies for the technical difficulties. We are back and I hope that solved the buffering. And Cash again with the fastest first sector, 24-2. So it's very interesting. It is Ibrich who seems to just have the edge here, and we've lost Fiocco. Well, he's back again, but
yeah, he's on track at the moment on his outlap by the looks of things.
Yeah, in one of the two Aston Martins, Gav in 10th at the moment.
So a little bit back. He's looking to have a bit of a stability problem out of the corners.
39.7. That's
he's
not
lagging a little.
That's not the fastest we've seen. I believe it was a 39.1 we saw was the fastest middle sector. So perhaps even if he could get in front of Dan's speed, perhaps it could give him some consolidation that he's on the front row and he's got the inside line.
Into the first corner.
Into the first corner indeed, which is quite a tough first corner. It's very easy to run wide with lots of people on your inside. Let's see, can Cash go second at least? Yes, he can. So he's got himself closer. He's 0.6 of a second off of Ibrich, but still 0.6 is a big gap to someone who we didn't think would have the pace today. Ibrich is currently sitting third in the championship, and he's got a gap of, well, he's tied on points with Vectra, who he's currently ahead of, and Cashnet has got a perfect score so far, as we've seen, 60 points, 30 points apiece for each race win.
So this has proven to be quite a crucial race this for Ibrich. If he nails qualified and nails the race and wins, this is going to be very crucial for the championship.
Yep, it's going to get him in front of Vectro and perhaps challenge.
I think Cashnet's going to have to. Oh, sorry about that. I think Cashnet's going to have to pull something out the bag to secure this win streak he's got.
Apparently, it's still bloody buffering.
I'm like, my stream's not even going at the moment.
I need to check. Hold on. Why does it decide to have issues just now? It's fine on my end. It's fine. Nothing wrong with it. It's running smoothly on my end. So it's probably just your internet.
Probably.
Because there is nothing wrong with the stream right now. It's running fine. I'm looking at it right now. We're all good. Can Cash improve at all as he comes across the line? No, he can't. Nope. It's looking good for the German.
Yeah, for sure. He's sitting in the pits. He's probably having a little bit of a break or adjusting some stuff on his setup, or he's just sitting there in smugness, just like, look at me, look at the lap time I've set. I'm not saying that smugness is bad, I'm saying it's a great lap.
Okay, never mind, I spoke too soon, it is buffering. Wait, no, never mind, it's good. Anyways, down speed third. Well, he's got a good way, he's a good ways off of Cash right now. That's about 0.6 again, back to third.
Vectro running a little bit wide there.
He's got 0.2 to Dan to make up. So, not all is lost. Could get himself in the top 3. But not a perfect day for the Ferrari B guys. Ferrari B have dominated multiple championships the couple of seasons we've had. Dominated Formula B. That previously they also dominated GT3 in the previous season, and they're back again in GT3. Again, they are dominating the Constructors' Championship by a ways. They've already surpassed 100 points, and they're looking good in that regard. They're 103 points versus the nearest challenger, which is on 68 points. That's your nearest challenger.
Well, Cash just coming out the pits. I think he's making a few adjustments again.
And Ibrich is coming back out on track. Taking his time on the way out. So
Not longer this qualifying session. Sorry.
No, it's all right. Just to say real quickly before you go carry on, Ethan, if you are joining us,
That's right.
and if you're just joining us, we had some technical issues, so we've restarted the stream up. So if you're wondering about that, that's what happened. Carry on, Ethan.
So yeah, not long left of this qualifying session. Just under 9 minutes left. So the drivers are going to be making their final adjustments and trying to give it all they've got. Ebrich sits on top with a 1 minute 33.5, an absolute monster lap, putting him right ahead of cashing it, the quote-unquote dominator in my mind, who's been winning about every race from the start of this season, who sits in second, closely followed by Danspeed, and that's your top three.
Well, we should point out, Rip It Up's doing a great job. He's currently 5th, and that's quite a high position for a police officer, don't you think?
Yes. He's probably going to be watching the little bandits up front. But
yeah. He's done quite a good first sector, can I point out. He's done a 25.3, and our fastest first sector has been a 25.2. I think he's pulling off to the traffic through, but that's not a bad sector time, I must say.
He's letting Danspeed through.
Yep, Danspeed none on the lap, actually. So, he could have carried on, but he was courteous.
Yeah. Sacrificed his lap. I mean, he's got a bit of time left to do something, but I mean, he set 10 laps. That's the same as cashing it. Well, Rip It Up and cashing it share the same amount of laps set at the moment.
So we're on board with Cash as he attempts to get himself a little bit closer to the man up front, which is Ibrich. And now we know Cash is not the master of qualifying. We've seen that in Formula B as well. He hasn't taken pole in every single race he's been in. I think his nearest challenger was in fact Broken Arrow in Formula B. Took a couple of pole positions, couldn't convert them unfortunately. So coming through the hairpin right now, not the fastest sector we've seen. Perhaps doing some race runs now. So
I'm quite surprised about this. Oh, sorry. You carry on.
You're fine. Oh, we got a spinner. That's Rip It Up almost reversing into... No, that wasn't Rip It Up, was it? Or was it somebody else? It was Gunner. One of the limes almost reversed into Cash, actually, on the apex.
He's in the pits now.
That is a monster middle sector. 38.9, fastest we've seen from Ibrich. Can he improve again? No, he can't, but he's done he's still done a faster time than Cash. 34.133. So it's incredible pace from the German. Not something we expected at all.
It's only taken him 5 laps to set that best time, which is absolutely extraordinary. That's only, what, a bit of time to get your tyres warmed up, your brakes warmed up, and then just to pull that lap out, like, in, what, the first 5 minutes or so?
Yeah, incredible stuff. So, keeping an eye on below 5th position, Matteo is 6th, Mayo is 7th, Iceman is 8th, Matt Gamer is 9th, Gavra rounds out your top 10, followed by Gonorrhea, Husa, Broken Arrow and Fuoco. So a great field we've got a full field actually, 14 drivers today. So always fantastic to see a full field. Gives us a lot more action to focus on, of course. And we're keeping an eye on whether Cash can somehow pull a surprise here. I'm not sure he can. I think Ebert has got it, but we'll see. He's got still 5 minutes remaining, so maybe he can have a shot again. But let's see then. Goes past a bit of lap traffic, lights ablaze. We've always had a night race at Dubai. I don't know why I'm being surprised by it, because it was Formula Gulf. We all had a night race here. So
yeah, the Radicals last season night.
Yeah,
it was great.
That was the final race that season as well. Controversy on the line, actually, I believe. Fortunately, I wasn't there. Cash comes across the line. Can he improve? Yes, he can. He's got closer. 0.3 of a second is all he needs. He's done a 33.909. Now, let's see if Ibrich puts him in his place here by going even quicker.
It won't surprise me if he does.
Now, Dan Speed is caught behind an Aston Martin here. That's not going to help him.
I think it might have been either Gav or Fuoco.
Fuoco. Let's check. It is
Yeah,
Fuoco.
Oh, he's moved out the way now.
Yeah.
He's spun round.
Oh, he spun it.
Oh dear.
So it did affect his middle sector time, 39.8. So there's a big gap between second and third now. There's 1 second between them. And Ibrich still setting a good middle sector. Now it's not going to be the quickest, although we don't know that yet. Cashnet set...
Sorry.
This happens a lot, don't worry. Yeah, Cash 39.4 is not even as quick as him in that middle sector. Ibrich running a bit wide. That's probably going to invalidate his lap, although I think you might be able to get away with it there. Slightly wide line through that last corner, but gets it together. And he'll come across the line to set. 34.1s, not as quick. Cashnet comes through. How much time has he got left? 3 minutes, so he's got a couple of attempts if he wants to. So he comes across the line. It's a 34.0, so it was a bit quicker than Ibrich, but it's still not the fastest lap.
Dan's coming out the pits again, probably to set. Well, he only has about 2 laps, so an out lap and then 1 fast lap.
And just to say, he did improve, so he's 9/10 of a second off. So he pulled he got a sizable chunk out of his time there. He was 1.3 off. He's now 9/10 off. So good job.
Well, further down the order, Fuoco sitting in last place with a 1:39.6.
Yeah,
very off the pace.
Yeah, Matt Gamer has got in front of Gavra. He's in the Porsche. Broken Arrow, I thought he would be quicker. I'm surprised. Broken Arrow sits 9th with his teammate just ahead of him in 8th. Mayo is 7th. Matteo is 6th. Rip It Up in a great 5th position. Watch him off the line. Keep an eye on him. Vectro in 4th. Also keep an eye on Vectro. Always lightning quick off the starts. Down speed, we should say the same. Very quick off the line. Very quick off the line.
Week.
Yeah. Got a beautiful start. Put the caddy in first until his force feedback issues happened. Cashnet's gone a bit deep there, I think, although that could be a slingshot. Perhaps. Now, he has shown he's not that far off, but 3/10 is still... He eke it out over 44 laps. It's still quite a sizable gap you're going to build if you're that much slower each lap. But he comes across the line. Can he improve? No. So, I think... he's run out of time. Ibrich is the pole sitter. Well done, Ibrich. I have to say, well done, sir.
Sat in the pits, just chilling out. He's got 5 minutes to chill or just improve a little bit more.
He's got a minute.
I'd chill out. I'd be very proud of that lap.
His first pole position this year, and it's the first pole position I've seen that he's taken in a long time, so well done. I'm happy to see a different person on pole. Still in a Z4, but it's not Cash, and it's not Ferrari B. Ferrari B have only managed 2nd and 4th, and splitting them will be down speed in the Porsche. Another fantastic performance, gets a top 3 start. Broken Arrow actually snatched 5th off Rip It Up there. He managed to pop in front of him by just about, I think that was 0.12 of a second there. So, not much at all. Rip It Up will still start 6th. Matteo, he's got a little bit of time there. He might be able to improve. He's not far off 6th or 5th in that regard. Will he improve? I don't know if he will. It could be slower. Yes, it is slower, so he's going to start 7th. Mayo will be 8th. Iceman will start 9th. Math Gamer will start 10th. Gavra will start 11th. Gonorrhea will start 12th, quite about 6 positions off his teammate exactly. Husa will start 13th, and bringing up the rear will be Fuoco. So, a fantastic qualifying, a very, very nice surprise in the regard that Ibrich will get pole position here today, and I'm very happy to see him, but he's got the imposing figure of Cashnet will be sitting behind him, and down speed, who will probably launch it off the inside of Cash, and then I think he's going to take 2nd away, if not first, into the first corner. So keep an eye on all those guys behind, because it's going to get very interesting when we go to lights out.
Definitely. Just hoping there's not going to be too much contact into that first corner.
We have seen it.
It's a shame to see a good driver get taken out on the first lap.
Yeah, well, we can't discount that because Silverstone Formula B, everyone died off the line, essentially, apart from Ferrari. But it is a rare occasion here today. We've got a full grid. And we're always very happy to see a full grid. 14 drivers, 2 commentators. That's the way it's supposed to run, and that's the way it runs today.
So hope we can maintain that for the whole 44-lap race.
Well, that would be incredible if we could, but I'm doubting it. But
wow.
maybe we can. Maybe we will.
Well, there's one thing we remember cashing it for. That last lap massacre at Formula B.
Yeah.
I think it was Monza or something, I don't know.
It was Imola. Imola, Formula B. He was in the second sector, I believe, and spun it out and disconnected at the last moment. So maybe something crazy like that could happen and he could score no points, and then we'd have a really tight championship going into round 4, which will be at Bathurst, by the way, just to let everyone know. And the GT3 on Friday will be the same track again, just a different group of drivers. But Bathurst should be very interesting, very technical circuit. And if you get it wrong, you get it very wrong at Bathurst.
Yeah, very narrow track, obviously. Home for the 12 hours of Bathurst.
Yeah.
Incidentally, and also the Bathurst 1000, but 12 hours of Bathurst is better. I've just watched somebody go underneath Broken Arrow, very because that's what usually happens in racing. So yeah, hopefully Bathurst is going to be very entertaining.
Well, he's doing a few donuts for us, is Broken Arrow, and then chucks it in the pit lane. It's very interesting stuff there. Yeah, well, Bathurst, I remember the race from last year, ended up being a very entertaining race, and we see Ibrich slightly lagging, drifting through every corner. But we all know that famous section, Cascades, where it just falls away from you at every single corner. We have that infamous corner where it's completely blind and it's a very, very steep drop. And if you get it wrong, you're going in the wall. You're going in the wall. There's no question about it. No gravel trap. You're just going in the wall. It's almost as if it just turns into Monaco in the middle of the track.
Cusa is flying. He's defining the laws of gravity, and now he's in the pits.
I've heard someone had a huge accident. I've heard someone hit the wall somewhere. That was Mayo. And guess what?
What am I looking at?
Gavra's gone.
Oh dear.
And I don't think
there's our first disconnection.
That's our first retirement. And now you see Vectro on the line there, practicing his starts, and keep an eye out for him off the line, because he will be one to watch off the line. He will start 4th here today, so it could get interesting into turn 1. It's quite a wide first corner, so could see some 3 wide action perhaps.
3 wide would be really nice to see. Very close bumper to bumper action. Most drivers just chilling out in the pits right now,
relaxing, just shaking themselves out, getting all the nerves out of them. But there's always that element of nerve sitting on the grid before the lights turn to red. You just sit there, you tighten your belts, and then you watch those lights like a hawk and get that start you need. Of course, for us, we just pull off the grid and we don't think about it, and we just have to rush to get to see the start. And we won't need to do that in Project Cars 2, thankfully. We'll be able to see the start in all its glory from different camera angles around the start. And you can do that in F1 2016 at the moment. It's just a kind of an awkward way to do it. You have to leave and rejoin and spectate. But there is a way, at least. Rip it up there in the McLaren, practicing his starts. Now, of course, the starts in Project Cars not as detailed as the ones in F1 2016. You kind of just redline it and get it off the line. In F1 2016, you got to be a little bit more careful with your revs if traction control is disabled. But here we go then. 15 seconds to lights out. Ibrich starts on pole here today, ladies and gentlemen, and it's going to make for a very, very intriguing race. And in the dusk time in Dubai, and with 3 seconds to go, all we can say is Grab your popcorn, ladies and gentlemen. We are going racing in Dubai. So we have a full grid of drivers sitting, waiting for those red lights to go out. Ibrich is looking at a clear track ahead of him for the first time in ages. Those red lights light up. And it's lights out, and away we go at Dubai. Now, have they got off the line cleanly? It's Ibrich has got the start. Cash has got a great start, though. He's got a surge. He's in the wall, actually. Cash is in the wall. And we've got Dan Speed up to first. I told you to watch him. He's in first now. Ibrich second. Fuoco, where's he come from? He's third. Rip It Up fourth. Matteo sixth. Vector down to sixth. Contact in the middle of the pack, and there's a huge accident there. And there's a few drivers involved. But Cash all the way down somewhere. He's down to 7th, 8th, 10th, 11th. He's dropping all the way down the field. And guess what? It's Dan Speed leading the Grand Prix here. Ibrich second, Rip It Up third, Matteo fourth, Broken Arrow fifth, Mayo sixth, Matt Gamer seventh. There's a bit of a cluster back there. Vectro eighth, Cashin at ninth, Fuoco 10th, and Husa 11th, and Iceman 12th, Gonorrhea 13th. So it's all gone off at the first corner. Vector's looking to the outside of Matt Gamer, and he's gonna get it done, I think. Yeah, he is. Oh, I need to catch my breath for a second. What a start.
Yeah, so much action. I just don't know when to jump in. But Dan Speed's absolutely, like Friday, jumps up. Hopefully he's not going to have the same issue as Friday. But however, a lot of damage on the rear of his car. Ibrich on the back of his car. Rip It Up in third, Matteo fourth. Shocking start for both Friday team. Vectro in 8th and then Cashnet in 9th.
Matt Gamer's looking
on their way in the first lap.
Yeah, Matt Gamer's looking to trying to challenge Vectro again, but Cash is now going to have to side his way through the field. And now Ibrich has definitely got the pace in the Z4 to catch Dan Speed. But after lap 1, ladies and gentlemen, Dan Speed leads in the Porsche, followed by Ibrich, followed by Rip It Up out of nowhere. Matteo 4th, Broken Arrow 5th, Mayo 6th, Matt Gamer 7th. Oh, 3 wide almost coming to the final corner. Vector's looking to get past, and there's Cash in it. The Ferrari B team will go side by side down the main straight. Contact, but bumper to bumper between the teammates there. This is a first. We've seen these guys go wheel to wheel when they weren't teammates. Now they're going to go wheel to wheel as teammates. Cash looking to the inside. Can he get it done? I think he might be able to. He's trying to go round the outside, and Vector's going to get past Matt Gamer there, and now Cash will try to follow. But incredible stuff. And we got a spinner in the background. Yeah, Husa around in the Porsche. Husa. And now Cash is looking to get past the Porsche, and Vector's trying to make his way past the Porsche. But up front, Dan Speed still leads, by the way. So Ibrich has not found a way around. Rip It Up still follows in 3rd, followed by Matteo, who's catching slightly. Broken Arrow 5th, followed by Mayo in 6th. Vectro 7th, and there's Cash trying to get past around the outside, perhaps. No, Matt Gamer defends. It's probably the first time Matt... Yeah, he's got him. Undercut. He's going to have to go around the outside again, though. Can he get it done? Oh, he's going to squeeze him. He's going to squeeze him. And I think he's got it done. He has. So great move there. But up front...
Meanwhile, Ibrich is looking for a way, but he's just... Dan Speed very slow out that corner. Ibrich is going to hold it around the outside if he gets... No.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. And they're side by side coming to the final corner. Dan Speed will have the inside line though, so he's bit loose.
Very wide.
But he's got it done. But Ibrich is still alongside him as they come down the main straight. Incredible action the first couple of laps here. They're still side by side. Dan Speed is just behind now. Ibrich, I think, will just have it done. He's going to have to hold the outside line.
Yeah,
he's got it done. He's got it done.
No,
he's got the cut back. Dan Speed is still there. The Scotsman goes back to first, and there's Rip It Up now, trying to throw a spanner in the works for these guys. Oh!
Yeah, these two are just going nuts at each other. They're fighting for first.
Oh, here comes Rip It Up. I think Rip It Up's going to go to second. This is incredible stuff. Rip It Up out of nowhere. He could get him on the brakes in the McLaren. I think Ibrich's got a bit more straight line speed though. Will he try and move on the brakes? No, he won't.
Meanwhile, I have a box on my screen. There we go. Box has been terminated. Rip It Up sitting there spectating this fight up front, but he wants to be a part of it.
Meanwhile,
like, you're not having a fight without me.
Meanwhile, Vector and Cash working together to catch up to these guys. They're now catching Broken Arrow. So these guys are making their way back up through the field very quickly indeed. So they're...
Dan Speed and Ibrich swapping places corner after corner. They just can't decide who wants to be in first.
And I think Ibrich is looking for the inside line there. Rip It Up trying to just find a weakness in Ibrich, and I think he might find it actually, because Ibrich didn't get the best line. Is he alongside? I don't think he is. He's very close though. Rip it up, and this is his very only chance in a while to fight for a top 3 position here in the opening laps. No, he's going to hit him. He's going to hit him in the bumper, and he will get the slipstream here.
Yeah, unfortunately Ibrich ran a little wide inside that last corner, which meant he slid right in front of Rip Up's car, which meant lead contact, but...
Oh, and in the background here comes Vector. There's Cash. Almost three wide down the main straight. There they go.
They're gonna go
three
wide into
wide.
the first corner.
And might not end well. Cash is going to get 2 positions, and they will go 3 wide. And Broken Arrow will lose 2 positions, but Vector's lost position to Cash. And wowee, 3 wide down the main straight, and almost 3 wide into the first corner. But the Limes are fighting up the front. Where is Gonorrhea down in 12th, and his teammate up the front fighting for 2nd almost. Matteo doing well in 4th, but these Ferrari B cars are working together very well, using their slipstreams and trying to see if they can... Well, Vectro's forcing Cash to go a little bit deep. He's gone deep, actually, has Vectro. I think he was trying to think of a move. He's getting challenged by Broken Arrow now in 7th, though. But Rip It Up's again challenging. He's forced Ibrich wide. He's going to get the cutback. Rip It Up out of nowhere. 2nd position goes to the Limes.
Amazing. There's just so much actually, you don't know where to start talking. It's just like, I'm struggling to find where I need to be talking because there's just so much action going on at once. This is absolutely amazing.
I think Ibrich is looking up the inside again. Contact is between the 2. That was a bit audacious from Ibrich, and here comes Matteo to take 3rd out of nowhere. No, I think Ibrich is still going to have the inside line. He's going to go around the outside, and he's done it. Matteo, incredible stuff there. And look, would you look at that? There's Cash.
Cash is like, breakfast.
He's licking his lips at the thought of passing the pole sitter.
Yeah.
And here they go. Here comes Ibrich around Matteo.
Ibrich is going to put Matteo between him and Cashnet, so good thinking there. However, it depends how quickly.
Look at the straight line speed. Look at the straight line speed. Matteo goes defensive. He's going to force him to go around the outside. He might do it, you know. He's going to do it. Oh, beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff there.
Ibrich is thinking, uh-oh, that's not words, what we're going to do now. He's saying that, he's gone a little bit wide, Cashnet's pulled that gap right down, and he's got a perfect run out onto the back straight. It's going to be whoever breaks latest into this hairpin, but whoever breaks latest has the chance of locking up, and that would be
Here he comes. Ibrich goes defensive. He's going to force him to the outside. Don't think it's going to work there. He might try and force a cutback. Yes, he will. Textbook. But they're going to be alongside. Ibrich will have the inside. He's going around the outside. Has he done it?
Absolutely amazing. Yeah, I think
he's made it stick.
He's
going defensive, but he's actually made it stick. So he's having to work, but incredible stuff by Cashnet there. And now he's going to catch the Lime car of Rip It Up here, and Dan Speed's pulled the lead, you know. He's 4 seconds ahead.
Yeah, no, everyone fighting. It's just allowing Dan Speed to run away.
Oh, Cashnet's gone a little bit deep, and Ibrich is trying to challenge again. There's Matteo up the inside.
Matteo,
no,
needs to be very careful there.
Slow down penalty. Slow down penalty. Yeah, slow down penalty. But Vectro 5th now, and will start chasing after Ibrich. Now Ibrich knows he's quicker than Cash, but has he got the race pace? Is the question.
Cashnet's got Rip It Up in front of him, so if Rip It Up holds Cashnet a little bit, this will allow Ibrich to catch right up. However, obviously, Rip It Up holding them 2 up.
Here he comes.
To catch right up.
I don't think he's going to even try and defend. He knows he's quicker. Well, Rip It Up was trying to defend to the outside. I think he's done. He's defending. He shut the door in his face. Good stuff, Rip It. Shutting the door in Cashnet's face, letting him know, no, mate, I'm not giving up here.
Rip It Up being very defensive. However, this fighting is going to allow Ibrich to catch up. However, Ibrich looks to have slowed down a little bit. He's gone a little bit wide up that corner. Vectro's slowly gaining. However, I think Cashnet's going to make a leap into this higher pin.
I think so. Oh, Rip It Up fakes. He fakes to go to the inside, and there's Ibrich going very deep on the brakes there. But Cash is he's not quite able to find a way around, which is quite interesting. So Rip It Up showing us what he could do. The most, I would say, the most loved team in all of Gavra. There he goes up the inside. He's going to hold it though. No, he's still not quite. He spun. He spun the car. He spun the car. Cash around. What an incredible turn of events.
Yeah, Cashnet. He's trying his best, but he's pushed a little bit too hard.
He's having to fight to get round the Limes here. And the Limes, we can say, are probably the most loved team in all of Gavra Racing. Oh my god, he's doing a fantastic job in second position.
Now it's Ebrich versus Vectro. Vectro's a few columns behind. Ebrich running very
Cashin's got the slowdown
lead.
penalty. Cashin's got the slowdown penalty. He's lost another position. He's going to lose 2.
He's got up.
And Matteo's trying to see if he can go around the outside. No, he's not going to. Yeah.
Cashin running 4 wheels off the track there a little bit. Needs to be careful there.
I think Matteo will have a better run than him though, but I think Cash has got good straight line speed in the Z4 there.
Matteo's got a very good run.
Oh, he's got an amazing run. Has the Italian?
Cash,
is he coming? No.
Cash looking for a way past the Broken Arrow. Cash knows if Broken Arrow holds him up, Matteo has a chance of overtaking. So that Cash is having a go into this left-hander.
Yeah, up the inside.
Yep, he's going to do it.
Easy move. And here comes Matteo past Broken Arrow. Broken Arrow's made a mistake, and through goes Matteo as well. And up front,
Absolutely
Ebrich.
Textbook there.
Ebrich trying to catch it, rip it up, but still the Lime is holding on the second. I think this is the best he's ever run, so I'm sure he's loving it up there, and I'm sure he's yelling at his teammate, saying, "Mate, look at me, I'm in second, mate." And how far is Dan Speed ahead? He's 6.4 seconds ahead. We've forgotten about the Scotsman, by the way. He's leading.
There's just so much entertainment going on. Sorry, Dan Speed. He is doing very well. All this fighting, like I said, allows him to get away. Rip It Up's obviously trying his best to hold off, but he's got an angry Ebrich on his trumpet.
Oh, he's gone wide. Ebrich has gone deep. Ebrich has gone deep. So Ebrich is trying to catch him, and it's not quite working.
Vectro's just sitting there, just waiting for that perfect moment.
Yeah, and maybe Cash perhaps may back off. Well, he was. He was 9/10 quicker than Vectro on that middle sector. He's going to have to get past his teammate. But you just can't rest in this particular race because how many laps have passed? We've done 8 laps,
8.
and it has not calmed down at all in that 8 laps.
I think once the race has got into about 12 laps, 15 laps, they're going to settle down a little, hopefully. Hopefully not, because I'm really enjoying this, but they need to start thinking about their tyres and their fuel and all that, because if they keep going at it like madmen, they're going to start ruining their tyres and run that fuel right down.
Yeah, well, Dan Speed's setting very, very quick sectors up ahead. Now, this may be his chance to show what he can do. He's 7.2. He's pulling a second a lap out of Rip It Up. So he's doing an incredible job in the Porsche. With Rip It Up second and Ebrich chasing him. Vectro 4th, Cashnit 5th, Matteo 6th, Broken Arrow 7th, Iceman 8th, Matt Gamer 9th, Husat 10th, Mayo 11th, Gonorrhea 12th. So we have one retirement, and that is Fuoco. So we've lost him.
Fuoco's got a really good start. He jumped up to 3rd, I believe, and then...
yeah, I don't know how. Maybe he jumped the start. Because I don't know how he got from 14th to 3rd. Rip It Up having a bit of a slide.
Ooh, yeah, I saw that smoke up front. Cashnit setting a very peculiar Sector 1, 24.666. That might replicate his feelings right now on what's going on.
Yeah, Vectro's caught Ebrich, by the way. And this is going to help. And Cash has caught these guys. This is making for an interesting little scene there. All these guys are on the front straightaway. Rip It Up second, followed by Ebrich, followed by Vectro, followed by Cash, and followed by Matteo, followed by Broken Arrow, all on the one straightaway. So the top 7, it may look like a big gap, but they are all on the one straightaway.
Well, Dan Speed, he's going onto the back straight right now, so he's in a race of his own right now if he maintains this pace and doesn't make any mistakes.
Now this is one thing we've always loved to see. Cashnit and Vectro will have to pass. Cashnit has to pass Vectro. Will he go wheel to wheel with him?
Well, you've got to remember they're in a team together. They don't want to do what Vettel did with Webber, because that would spark some controversy between them, and that's the last thing you want to see in a community like this. Controversy between 2 teammates.
But these guys were previous rivals, so I'm sure they love going wheel to wheel with each other.
As long as they keep it clean and don't take each other out, then all should be good.
Well, Cashin's closed up a lot in that sector alone.
Each other out.
Yeah. Although I think, well, Vector's his nearest championship rival, so I don't think he's going to want to let him through too easily. It's a bit early for team orders in the season, don't you think? So I don't think he's going to let him through. I think Cashner might try it on the brakes here. Yes, he will. I think Vector left the door open for him.
Ebrich running.
No, they're going side by side. I think Cash has got the move done, but I think Vector's got a cutback, slight one. Yes, he has. He's going to go back past again. There's no team orders here. I'm telling you that. They're wheel to wheel. Here goes Vector. Will he try and get it up the inside? Yes, he will. But Cashner will have the better run, I think. Around the outside, he's going to get the slipstream. This is what we've wanted to see. Cash and Vector wheel to wheel again. So Cash will go to the inside, Vector to the outside. I think he will get the move done before the first corner. Maybe he won't. They'll go wheel to wheel around the outside. Maybe they won't. Vector, no, Cash has got it done. Cash has got the move done eventually.
But Ebrich is catching up to Rip Up very slowly. However, Rip Up's doing very well, maintaining that gap between him and Ebrich, and defended quite well as well. Not taking any pressure.
So this is the first time we've got him to show what he can do. Vector is not letting Cash get away with it. Cash is having to go defensive, and Vector very late on the brakes there. That was very wide. I think. See, Rip It Up's lost second. Unfortunately, he ran wide. Don't count him out though. Don't count him out though. Here he goes again.
He's gonna have it.
He's gonna have him. He's gonna have him. Have it, Rip It! Have it, mate! Have it, mate! Here he goes! He's got him! I think he's got him. He's second, but Ebrich will have the inside line. He's got good straight line speed in the Z4. Here they go then. This is allowing Vector to catch up. To the outside, Rip It Up will go. I think Ebrich has got it though. There is Cash. So this is for 2, 3, and 4. Rip It Up running into the back of Ebrich there. And he's trying his best to see if he can get back into second, but he's got Cash right behind him.
If Rip It Up can get a good extra here, which looks like he hasn't by the looks of things, I don't think have a chance, but Cashnet is
Rip It Up's going defensive.
The back of Rip It Up.
Oh, Rip It Up, unfortunately, he's going to lose that position. Or he might try and hold on to it. Yes, he will try to hold on to it. Don't count him out. Oh, he forces Cashnet wide. He forces Cashnet wide. Brilliant defensive stop from Rip It Up. Have it, mate. Have it.
Rip Up is on an absolute...
Oh, Cashnet's hit the back of him. Cashnet's hit the back of him. On the brakes.
Cashnet's very cheeky there.
There's Vector. Round the outside goes Vector into fourth position.
They're turned into teenage boys. They're fighting over a skateboard right now.
You just can't make it up. You just can't.
No.
Oh, Rip It Up spun it. Rip It Up spun it. No. And so's Vector. So he's lost it, and Vector's going to go through. So that's his good run. Unfortunately, he's lost that position again.
That's so sad to see.
I'm so sorry for Rip It Up. He was just under so much pressure from the guys there. But he's done so well so far to hold on for 11 laps in second position. Meanwhile, 9 seconds in the lead is Dan Speed.
Yeah, Dan Speed, just by himself, just enjoying his gap, just wondering what's going on at the back. But right now he's well focused on himself, maintain that gap, not making any mistakes, and then there should be a hopeful win for him if he manages not to disconnect and not have any problems with his steering wheel.
See, his lap times are very consistent, which is what you need, and he is quicker than Ebrich in all sectors. Cashnet not quite as quick as Ebrich, so perhaps we might see the race settle down a little bit now.
Yeah.
I don't think Rip It has damage, so he has that. He's still running 5th, by the way, so it's still a great result if he stays there.
I've noticed Ebrich's car on the front has got heavy damage. The left side or right, I think it's the left or right, but he is missing a light, and probably some internal damage has been created to the car.
Well,
so
on my screen,
catch up.
On my screen, he's got no damage.
Oh, okay, that must be a glitch.
Yeah. Well, Cashnet only 2/10 quicker. Now remember, Ebrich took pole by 3/10, so he is quicker.
I'm really hoping Rip Up's going to catch up to Vector and Cashnet.
Because we've just seen this guy. He's been running down the back quite a bit, and he's now got he's got his chance to run up there with the big guns. And
now I don't know if this is just me, but too, does it look like Rip Up's actually catching up Vector? Because I'm slowly seeing Vector become very closer.
Yes, I think he was a 10th slower in the first sector. and 2/10 slower in the middle. So, well, he's not far off him, but he's losing time slowly.
Meanwhile, Matteo, I don't think Rip-Up's noticed Matteo or not. I'm not too sure, but Matteo's slowly making his way up to Rip-Up. Meanwhile, well,
He's lost time to him,
Matteo's
actually.
lagging a little bit. Oh, yeah.
Now, Ibridge was half a second quicker than Dan Speed that previous lap. I think Dan Speed had quite a slow sector that time. He's now 8.3.
It's 0.02 of a second between the between
Their
Ibridge
best laps,
and Dan's
yeah.
fastest laps, yeah.
That is
So-
it.
Dan's probably going to have to pick up the pace a little bit.
Well, Ripidup's pulling away from Matteo.
And then Vectro and Cashnet maintaining that gap.
Well, we can already say what the story of the race is today. This man has played a starring role, really. Just showing what he can do, and he's not far off the pace of Vectro, but not quite quick enough. Now, Cashnet has set a 25... Well, Ibridge has gone even quicker than him, and Dan Speed even quicker. So Dan Speed, even though he may not have the quickest car, he's still faster than everybody.
Obviously, a few of them are still settling into their rhythms right now after that long, intense battle. 13 laps. It may seem short, but that was a long battle for some of them.
Yeah.
We've still got our pits to still come up yet, so see what that brings into.
And surely their tyres cannot be in the best condition right now, after all that battling.
Yeah. Late braking, locking up the brakes, running wide, their tyres are going to be absolutely scorched.
Now, Matteo's closed up quite a bit in that middle sector, actually. He closed up 9/10, so it was obviously a mistake somewhere for Rip It Up. Either that or his tyres have gone off because of the incredible job he was doing in second.
Barry in the chat there says, no, to be honest, this is not the drive to expect from either Cash or Vectro.
Yeah, because this man is the star at the moment in the Porsche. Dan Speed, he started third, I think. And he was up into first before the first corner.
Yeah, and then, as I say, as the men turned into teenagers, I don't know what ages they are, but they acted like teenagers, fighting it out for a whole 13 laps has just allowed Dan Speed to just slowly pull that gap. Meanwhile, he is lagging. Please don't disconnect.
He's fine. He's fine.
So yeah, Barry, we guarantee you, Vectro and Cash are going to live up to what they are.
And we've missed
what
it.
they are supposed to be.
Rip It Up's lost fifth. So he's had a mistake.
Oh.
He's had a mistake somewhere. So he's dropping away, but he can be very proud of himself today. Because of the show he put on for us.
Holding off the championship leader and the championship constructors leader.
Yep. He
For a good amount of time.
Shut the door on Cashnet's face. Slammed it even.
Yeah, she's just like getting through. Ibridge running a little bit wide there, which is going to allow Cashnet to slowly gain.
He's just chipping away at the gap, is Cash. He's not gaining huge amounts. Well, he barely gained anything that lap, actually. He only gained about 0.02 of a second.
Wow. They're both
Meanwhile,
straight away.
in first, 9.5 seconds clear of everybody.
Yeah, it's just like Dan Speed's just done everything you could think of a racing driver. He's got into first before the first corner. He's held off the people challenging him. But while those people who were challenging got caught up with others, that's allowed him just to pull away, and he's not made any mistakes, and he's just maintaining the gap, looking after his tyres, looking after his fuel. This race is just shaping up perfectly for him.
Yep, and his sectors are very consistent, so even though Ibridge was slightly quicker that time, doesn't matter, because he barely made any gains. So, he's still 9 seconds clear in what we would assume would be the slower car of the lot.
Meanwhile, in the chat, Suzuki B-Spec or Jonah, I can't pronounce your surname, sorry.
Matashida.
Sorry about that, no offence, but our first female winner in GAVRA racing history. Absolutely legendary. I was watching that race and I was very astonished and gave my congratulations.
Almost
Legendary stuff
not,
from her.
because she had a huge accident and almost didn't get across the line.
Evil had a fit at that. I was shocked, but she managed to keep it. Meanwhile, in the pits we have
That's Cash in the pits. That's surprising.
Gone it here.
So there's a lot of stops. Broken Arrow coming in as well.
I think these are the people who have fighting for quite a bit. So obviously they've worn their tyres a little bit more than say Dan Speed, who is on the back straight.
But I'm surprised to see Cash in so early.
This might be a strategy. Notice how Vectro's still out. Vectro might come in the next lap or two.
Yeah, he's going to be pushing.
This in Blancpain in Formula 1.
Yeah, he's going to be pushing hard to try and see if he can stay ahead. Or even get ahead. Perhaps he might even stay out a little bit longer.
Problems for Matteo, going very slowly on the right-hand side of the track. That's
a slowdown penalty because he's keeping a constant speed. He's going to lose that position to Cash.
Well, that's beneficial for Cash. I'm not sure if this is a slowdown penalty. I think he might be having an issue. I don't know if this could be a personal issue or a technical issue or not. We obviously don't have anything to justify this, but I am starting to think this could be more than just a slowdown penalty.
Yeah, he's stuck at 30 miles an hour, so either it's a really long penalty, it's a glitched penalty, or he's had an engine problem.
Or it could be an issue, like a personal issue maybe or something. Whatever it is, we hope that it subsides very quickly.
Vectro has stayed out.
Dan Speed has stayed out. Ebrich has stayed out.
Now, I think this could be quite a smart call from Cash. He's in clean air now. And now he's got to string the laps together.
And this allows him to warm his tyres up a little bit. I'm not sure how long the pit stops are going to take. Obviously, I think a few of them were doing tyres by the looks of it, but if it's tyres and fuel combined, you're talking about 30 seconds maybe. Meanwhile, Matteo has dropped right down to ninth. I'm starting to think this could be a proper issue, not a... Well, meanwhile, he's cutting the hairpin, probably to get out of the way of some people.
Yeah, he's dropped down to ninth. He's got going again. He's got going again.
There we go.
But
might have been a technical issue.
I think it might have been, yeah. It's quite a strange one at that.
A long way.
Now, in all of that, Math Gamer out of nowhere now runs in 5th.
So getting held up, getting in the way of V-Bridge a little bit there.
Yep. And
well, up front, Dan Speed. Is he going to jump into the pits? No, he's not. He's going to stay out again. What about Vectro? He's coming through the final few turns. Ebrich coming through the second to last corner. Still going to come in the pits? Nope, he's going to stay out as well. Vectro going very wide there. Cash, he is a couple of corners behind his teammate. Vectro running very wide there. His tyres might be wearing a little bit now. This might be time for him to come in the pits. Meanwhile, Matteo is in the pits. He might have sped up just to get to the pits and then he might be stopping again. I don't know.
Yeah, this is his second stop, so there's obviously been an issue somewhere. They might have put intermediates on. That's a glitch we've seen quite often. Not
a mistake you want to see there.
No. Now, Dan Speed gained quite a bit of time that previous lap because Ibrich got stuck behind a lapped car. So he's now, well, he's almost 10 seconds clear.
Lap. I think Matteo, oh no, I thought Matteo had left the race there, but he hasn't.
Look at the pace of Cash. 34.2, fastest lap of the race for him.
Oh yeah, that is very fast. That's the benefit of new tyres for you.
Yeah. Now, fastest time in qualifying was 33.5.
Ebrich has made a mistake. He was round, I don't know, I think that was the first hairpin out of the long back straight. That is not what he's going to want. That might be an indication of time to change the tyres. Yeah,
he's lost 6 seconds alone in that sector there. So Dan Speed's got even more breathing room.
Yeah, Vectro can see Ebrich inside. Ebrich might jump into the pits now because obviously that spin's going to really wreck the tyres and the tyres are going to be really warm. Vectro might follow in.
Well, this will play into the hands of Dan Speed because depending on the gap to Cash, if he can get out in front of Cash.
Well, Everich just stayed out, surprisingly. Vectro's staying out. Very surprised by that, because of the fact Everich just spun around and his tyres are getting utterly destroyed now, most likely.
Well, I'm assuming Dan is staying out because his lap times aren't falling away too much.
He's maintaining his tyres very well. He's not going to be pitting for quite a bit. I assume not until like
the
between laps
halfway mark?
25 and 30.
Well, he's going to be going to the halfway mark, I assume, which will be 22 laps to go. Which is usually a good marker.
He's on lap 19 at the moment. Just
But
depends how well
Cashnet-
he's maintaining his fuel and tyres.
Cashnet is absolutely flying.
Yeah, he is on a... He's like a thunderstorm right now.
But
That's the best way to describe him.
But will he have... Now, how far... He's 18 seconds behind Vector. Will the tyres hold up that long? And will he be able to hold that pace for that long? Because it's a big gap to make up.
Yeah, and will he be able to catch up into Dan's speed of time, depending what type of pit Dan's going to be doing? Will he be doing fuel and tyres, or is he going to be doing one? Will it be just tyres, or will it just be fuel? I assume it would be tyres.
It'll be tyres. I assume it would just be tyres, perhaps, or depends. I don't know what way they fuel the cars. We can't really tell.
Dan's
It's
speed
telemetry's
lagging
broken.
a little bit there.
He's fine on my screen.
Oh no! Please don't disconnect, Dan. You've done very well up to this point. Please don't disconnect. That'd be very sad to see. Meanwhile, Ebrich, I think he's catching up.
Yeah, I think
No,
Dan
he is
had
going
a
very
slow
slowly through
lap,
the corners.
so he's doing some tyre saving, is Ibrich. No, he's even slower. How far is Vector behind?
is
Well, he's slower
Not
again.
that far behind.
He's slower again. It's 15 seconds back to Cash again, who's
And then Cash is just coming for the final corner. Math Gamer up into 5th.
yeah.
Meanwhile,
He hasn't
his lap
stopped
time,
yet.
His fastest lap time is, I think he has. I'm not too sure.
Well, he's been caught. Well, he's been about to be lapped by someone. I'm not sure who that is. It's a Z4.
He is lagging a little bit. His fastest lap time is a 1 minute 38.0. However, that is very far off the fastest lap time of Cashnet, a 1:34.2. Fastest lap overall, like even including qualifying.
No.
Yeah, what was the fastest lap time?
33.5 was qualifying.
1:33. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
But it's still impressive. If he's running full fuel, that's pretty impressive.
I think most of them will be running quite a lot of fuel, probably long stints. Well, this is a sprint race, so it's probably going to be a one-stop.
It will be a one-stop. Abrich has gone
Running
wide.
very wide. That his tyres are probably going to be wearing out now, so time to come in the pits, I say.
Well, let's see if he does.
It's not. He's staying
Nope.
out.
He's sticking to his strategy. I think he's going to go 2 more laps. Vectro
Dan
also
Speed
stays out.
That speed, I don't know if he was running a little wide out that first turn. I don't know the racing line on this track too well. New track to me, but
He's
gone
run wide there.
Definitely gone wide there. Tyres are showing their age now.
Oh, he's got a slow down penalty.
Oh, that is a lot.
Oh, he's got that's the last thing he needs now. He's got going again. So it wasn't a terminal issue, thankfully. But just look at the pace of Cash compared to these guys.
Where's Vectro right now? Vectro is
Yeah, Cash
going
is,
through the corner onto the back straight. He's cut that corner.
no, well, he got away with that one cheekily.
I'm surprised. Surprised how he got away with that. Certainly wouldn't want to be corner cutting that.
It's the last thing he needs with the chase he's on.
Yeah. Cashnet, not that far behind. Ebrich was slightly up front in front of Vectro.
How far is he behind? Yeah, he's gained so much time. He's 9 seconds behind now.
Ebrich has been making a few mistakes here and there. Might be showing his tyres age, like I said before.
Now, Dan Speed, does he come in? No. So I think he's going to go to the halfway mark, as I said. Now, his fastest lap was a 35.9, which is very good.
Wide again into that spoon section. That's what we're going to call it, because that's what it looks like on the track map.
Vectro's 3 seconds behind, cashing at 8.4 behind.
Oh, there we go. Vectro's into the pits.
So
Lap 21.
he's going to fall behind his teammate.
This is obviously cashing it on fresher tyres. He's splitting faster laps. This is going to allow cashing it to catch right after Ebridge, hopefully.
Yeah, it's releasing him.
Yeah, very good strategy between the two Ferrari B cars.
Well, that puts him back into a podium position at least after dropping down to 11th on the first lap. Meanwhile, 5th. Oh, they've got a spinner. Math Gamer's gone around by the pressure of Broken Arrow.
It's allowed Broken Arrow to make a place there. Who's that up in front of him? Is that?
That's his teammate who he's lapped. That's Math Gamer. So Vectro is out of the pit lane and he's come back out in 4th. He has not lost. He's only lost 1 position.
It's not bad, that.
Well,
not a bad strategy whatsoever.
Cashnet's tyres seem to be holding up very well. He's still setting very quick sector times. How long will that last, though?
Math Gamer into the pits right now.
Yep, after his spin. How far is Ebridge behind? He's 19 seconds behind.
Down speed going again. He's gone past the halfway marker. He's done very well with his tyres.
Yep, he's on the halfway marker now and he's passed it.
I think I wonder if he's running with a full tank of fuel. I can't check, unfortunately.
Well, if he is, it's incredible.
Oh, that's probably going to last him the entire race if he maintains that.
And Ebridge is in. Ebridge in from 2nd.
This is going to who's that coming out of the pits right now? That is Math Gamer. He was in there for a good amount of time.
And now Cash can go chasing after Dan. Now he's got to make up 23 seconds. How long does a pit stop take?
Well, by judging how long Math Gamer was in the pits, I'm saying about 15 to 30 seconds. So now that Dan Speed's probably seen in that bottom left corner that Cashnet's moved up to 2nd, I think Dan's going to want to come into the pits. However, if Dan's doing a combined pit stop with fuel and tyres, that's going to take a long time. But if he does 4 tyres, that probably won't take him too long.
Now, I actually have got an accurate display of the fuel. Cash has got just under 30 litres of fuel in the car.
I wonder how many laps that is.
I'm not sure. Dan has got 28.2 litres.
Okay, so he's maintained that quite well.
And Vectro will easily get to the end of the race. He's got 35 litres of fuel.
Okay, I think Dan's coming in. Yeah.
Oh, yes, Broken Arrow is definitely going to have to come in. He's on 6 litres. So.
No, Dan Speed. Oh, he's crashed in the pit lane.
Oh no, that was lag. That was lag.
You sure? You sure?
That was lag.
Thank God for that.
He was fine. He almost completely binned it.
Yeah, that would have been very, very disappointing there. But like my prediction, Dan Speed saw that. Cashing it, moving up the order.
Cash is gonna Cash is gonna go. He's gonna go into the lead. He's just got so much of a gap. So he's driven a good race, but
just
all came to nothing. Cash back into the lead of the race. Normality resumes. Now where's Vectro?
How much pressure he's put on those tyres.
That's true. He will come out in 2nd though.
High pressure for the slick softs on Cash's car. I don't know if that's broken telemetry.
That's broken telemetry.
Okay, okay. He's probably running at 1.65 or something, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, Dan Speed out of the pit, so a short stop there. That might be beneficial.
Did he get any fuel? No. So it's just tyres.
Still in 2nd place. That's very good. However, Vectro is coming into the 1st corner. So Dan Speed's got to get those tyres warmed up as quickly as possible. His brakes are probably cooled down quite a bit as well. So it's just got to hope. Who's that up there? He's coming up to some lap traffic, Dan is.
So Ebridge is catching Broken Arrow, who needs to come into the pits bloody quick. Because he's
running out.
He's got 3 litres of fuel, so obviously he's coming in this lap now. He's trying to get past some lap traffic. That's Mayo.
Yeah, who's running?
Oh, that's someone in the wall. There's someone in the wall. That's a Porsche. I believe that's Husa, I think. Yeah.
I think Dan Speed is pulling the gap on Vectro.
I think so. He's got the fresher tyres by 1 lap, so I think his race was with Vectro, so he responded to that.
Meanwhile, Kashnit is going into the first corner, so Cash is in a very good rhythm, very good race pace at the moment. He's just got to maintain that. Hope that he doesn't have that massacre like he did at Imola for the Formula Bs. Where he just doesn't make a mistake and screw over his tyres.
Well, we can assume the top 3 are going for a 1-stop. Not sure about the others behind. Some of them might go for 2. Now we can assume Broken Arrow is almost out of fuel, so he's got to come into the pit lane. Well, never mind then. Maybe that's broken. I don't know.
Might be broken.
Well, the others, like, they're pretty much accurate. They're all 30 litres. I don't know if he's noticed.
Wow, he's going to get a very shocking surprise when he finds out he's doing 50 miles per hour, or even slower.
Yep, well, 20 laps to go.
You'll probably hear the engine cough in a minute.
He's getting caught by Ibrich at about 2 seconds a lap.
So where is Vectro? Vectro's on the back straight while Dan Speed is coming up to the second hairpin.
That's a gap of 13, well, just 14 seconds. That's the gap.
And then Kashnit has just come out the spoon and is going through the second to last corner. So I think Dan Speed might be catching up. I'm not too sure, but...
No, he's not.
No,
he's losing a lot of time.
So Cash is obviously putting those tyres to good use then. Dan's obviously got a few more laps to get his times warmed up. Tyres.
Well, he's not far off the pace of Kashna, but he needs to be a lot quicker, and he's not.
I think Vectro might settle for third. He might push for second, but first and third will not be bad for points for Vectro's.
Okay, the telemetry's broken. Yeah, apparently Broken Arrow has in fact run out of fuel, but I think he's fine.
Yeah, he's well and truly fine.
He's already made a stop.
There. Oh, hello. Rip It Up's got a problem. Oh, no, he hasn't got a problem. It's just the sound.
Yeah, the sound glitch. Well, we've got under 20 laps to go. This is easily a 4-star race so far.
Yeah. A 4.5 from me at the moment.
Dan Speed
now.
If
anything else happens.
Dan Speed now trying to get past some lap traffic. It's out of the way.
I wonder who that is. That is Math Gamer.
Yeah, well, once you get Cash into clean air, there's no stopping him, really.
Well, unless he manages to disconnect, cough, cough, Imola, or he makes a mistake, or a technical issue happens. And meanwhile,
there you go. You see? He's falling asleep. That's what's happening.
He's got to be very careful. He's got to remember not to cut the track limits, and that's allowed. Dan Speed's coming for this penultimate corner. He's coming up to the final corner. Kashnit has got to be very careful he doesn't do that again, because if he does, Dan Speed's going to be taking first place away from Kashnit, and I wouldn't be too surprised, because Kashnit will ruin it for himself if he carries on making those silly mistakes.
Well, this is going to carry on Kashnit's perfect run if he finishes where he is. And that will change up.
Oh, thank you for noticing that. Barry Husa has retired.
No, he hasn't. Oh, he has. Yeah, he has. Yeah, I thought he was in. He was just making a pit stop. He's not. He is out.
Well, credit to Barry there. Thank you for noticing that, because we certainly did not notice that.
Yeah, when I checked it first, it said he hadn't, but then looked back, he was. There you go. So that's another retirement, but we still have 13 runners, or 12 runners, 11 runners.
So we haven't lost that many drivers. We've only lost
3.
2 or 2 or 3.
Fiocco retired.
3.
Well, in the race alone, we've lost 2.
So we lost Gavra, Fiocco, and Husa. Not bad.
And
it's a shame to see him go, but we've maintained quite a good amount of drivers.
We lost Gavra in the warm-up session, and Fiocco retired early on, and Husa, I think, probably with damage, has finished.
Dan Speed, I think he's lost a bit of time.
Well, either way, you got to give the man credit.
He's done very well. I'm hoping he's able to claw this gap back, because it'd be great to see Cash and Dan go at it again.
Well, he's pulled 8/10.
Well, if Cash keeps making those mistakes by cutting the corners, then it's entirely possible Dan will catch up.
Well, bear in mind, Dan's tyres are a lot newer.
So, yeah, and Cash is probably... looks like he's setting... wow, he's...
Easy. Easy, Dan.
Yeah, his lap time's about 2.004 seconds slower than his fastest laps, so...
Well, even just by looking at the first sector times, just take a look at those.
Oh, wow. Okay. Dan Speed is on a roll.
Cadwell Park TV is asking, who's the driver of the day? Oh, without a question, that's Rip It Up.
Oh, shit.
Without a bloody question, that man.
The policeman was always up those bandits. There was like cops and robbers out there, but unfortunately Rip It Up, under so much pressure, spun out. But driver of the day, it's Rip It Up. It's not Max Verstappen for once.
Either that, or if he didn't get the vote, it was obviously be Dan Speed because, well... But you have to consider Cash as well, because he came down from the bloody back at the start. But then again, he's Cash, so he can do that. Now, Dan...
Petro, Sector 2.
Yeah, well, Dan lost a bit of time.
Sector 1 and 2. And 3... Well, not 3. There's only 2 sectors on this track. But Vector is faster. I'm going to have to unplug my mic a sec. I've got a bit of an ear-piercing screech at the moment, so I'll be about 2 secs.
Yep. Well, Dan Speed lost a bit of time in Sector 2 that previous time, but he lost the time he gained, but he's keeping a constant gap, so is Cash.
Okay, that's that sorted. Ooh, the timing difference between Cash and Dan Speed in Sector 1.
Okay, apparently we should keep an eye on Ibridge. Well, that battle's over. So, Ibridge now 4th. He's got past Broken Arrow. Just missed that.
Yeah, Vectro. Oh, it's slightly slower.
No,
25.3 through the first sector.
Yep. So, I think Dan Speed, did he have a slowdown penalty there? No, he hasn't. No, he's just slowing down for the corner.
Well, so Sector 2, Cash has done a 40.6.
40.3.
Oh! Now, wow.
Now, see, Cash is so far ahead that doesn't really matter.
Matter to him.
But if Cash sees that, that's a psychological advantage.
Well, he's just done a lap of 136.1 at the moment. So Cash is just maintaining that gap, just hoping that no mistakes are going to be made again. What's Dan Speed going to set? A 135.7.
Yep, so don't discount him just yet. Now that Cash has got a faster car, of course, so probably all balance out in the end.
He looked like he was going very slow for those corners up to the back straight. 24.6 in the first sector. It seems Bowie's noticing the battle a lot more than we are.
Yeah, well, see, how about you get on there?
No, I didn't see the battle between Ebrich and...
well, now, here's something...
Dan Speed, very wide then.
Here's something we might like to just see... Well, never mind, because Rip It Up spun. He was coming up to lap his own teammate, which is not something you see often. Iceman in the pits.
Cashnet a lot slower through Sector 2 than the last lap, and then Dan Speed through Sector 1 a lot quicker. Well, only a
3/10.
A little bit, but...
That was 9/10 that he pulled out of him there.
Almost a whole second there. Who's coming into the pits? That's it. Oh, Rip It Up. Both.
Cashner's had a mistake. He's in the wall. Cash is in the bloody wall. Oh, he's lost it in the pits. This is huge.
Why is he pitting?
There's a problem. His tires have gone off. His tires have gone down. Speed's going to lead the race, ladies and gentlemen.
Cashnet falling asleep at the wheel, or he's...
Look at the damage.
I don't know what could be happening for Kashnit, but he has bottled it, and Dan Speed has retaken the lead of this race. And only 14 laps to go, and if Dan Speed manages to get a good gap, he might maintain that for the whole 14 laps.
Vector's going to go into second.
Thinking.
He's going to go into second. Oh, it's going to be tight, I think.
Kashnit's coming out of the pits, but Vectro's going to overtake him. Yep, he has.
Yeah, he's got him.
Now,
14 laps.
2.
14 laps. Can Cash do it?
Wow, I'm safe to say this, but I don't think Vectro's going to has a hope of catching Dan Speed, let alone that. Vectro's got slow traffic in front, and that's also going to be slow traffic for Kashnit.
Well, Dan Speed's
got a lap or two to increase that tyre temperature and also get his brake temperature up. Dan
Speed has got a gap of about 24 seconds.
Kashnit is going to have to pull something out the bag. Vectro is going to have to do... I don't know what they're going to be doing. I don't know if they're on team speed together or not, but whether these two are going to be switching positions or just maintaining or just keep with each other to get a 2-3 even, just to get those consecutive points.
Yeah, well, I only noticed that because... Oh, we got a little battle behind as well. I'll cut that off for a second. Ripidup's trying to get past Matteo for 8th. Ripidup had a spin earlier, so this is a little battle we're going to see. I just saw that because I was on board with Dan, and I just saw the gap drop rapidly, switch back to Cash, and I see him in the pit wall.
Meanwhile, Vectro is being held up by... Oh, wait, and I think that was Math Gamer. Yeah, it was Math Gamer.
The only black Porsche left in the race.
Where's Cash at? He's slightly a bit behind. He's going into the final corner. Dan Speed... He's just come out the first second. Well, he's going into the second
Matteo's in. Matteo's in. So.
Oh, very close to the barrier there on the left side. Almost there in the Kashnit there.
Yeah, he's pulled 2 seconds out of Vectro there. But I see Dan Speed's got the fresher tyres of everybody. He stopped the latest.
And he's got warmer tyres and he's got warmer brakes.
Well, actually, so Cash has got the fresher tyres. Excuse me, but you know what I mean.
Well, it's got to take a little bit longer for him to warm up. And he's got his teammate, Vectro. Like I said before, don't know what they're going to be doing. But, well, saying that, Kashnit has set the fastest sector time in Sector 1, 24.3, compared to Dan's 24.7.
But again, it's still, like, compare the two. He's on the fresher tyres. He still can't set the equivalent sector times to Dan.
If Dan just is able to maintain that pace like he did... in the in the first half of the race.
Like, that's a great first sector. The middle sector from Dan, 40.4. That's a great middle sector. Even, like, he's on good old tyres. Now, this is what we wanted to see again. This is going to be Vectro and Cash going at it again.
Well, I was saying now, Kashnit's on the brakes late there, trying to get rid of that gap as quick as possible.
But do you really think...
he needs to get out to Dan Speed.
Do you really think Vector's going to let him through? Come on.
I don't know. Like I said, if they're on team speed, then we don't know. Meanwhile, Mayo's in the pits, but we want to focus our attention on these two.
Here we go then. Kashnit versus Vectro. Cash has got a way faster car in a straight line, but one of the best drivers of defence is the man ahead of him, the Dutchman. Here we go then. Cash versus Vectro. To the outside he will go. Can he do it? They will go side by side. Who's going to have the better line?
I think they're going to be battling it out. I don't think
they're still side by side. Cash is on the inside, Vector's on the outside. I think Cash has got it done. I think he cut the corner there slightly, so that'll give Vector a better line. So they're still side by side as we come down the back straight. He's going to get in the slipstream and probably get him on the brakes. Vector, there's no better man on the brakes here than Vectro. Kashnit going very defensive already, and Vector dive bombs him. He gives no, that's way too deep, way too deep, very wide. Lock up.
That has just allowed
Dan Speed
to get through.
And it's allowed Dan Speed to... Oh, no! Stop it, Dan! Go back on track! No, stop it, Dan! Stop it! Bad Dan!
Don't do that.
Bad Dan! Stop it now!
I know it seems like we're favouritisms for Dan, but Dan's done really well, and I actually want to see him win. Not that I don't want to see Kashnit win, but I think Kashnit's done very well, but Dan is... driver of the day in my opinion. I'd love to see Dan win. He's only got 11 laps left. Kashnit,
and he's got a gap of 20 seconds.
So he's able. So I was cashing it and Vetra fighting that out. Dan's probably been able to increase that gap a little bit again.
So Cashnet's going to have to push like he's never pushed before, but is it going to be enough? What's his lap time? 35.3, so it's another second, but there's not 20 laps left, unfortunately, so even a second a lap isn't enough.
Well, looks like we've got Cabwell Park TV and Jonah betting on Dan Speed winning. I'm betting my money on Dan as well.
Yeah, he's done an absolutely incredible job. Either way, he can be proud of himself.
Meanwhile, Cashnet going through this trick. Oh, looked like he was going to corner cut them, but he didn't. On the back straight there. Meanwhile,
but you see,
Dan coming up to the second hairpin.
You see, he's not significantly faster. He's only 2/10. So,
so it's just maintaining that gap.
And now he's got lap traffic.
Slowly catching up. Oh, Cashnet. Oh, he has as well. And that'd be the car of Math Gamer.
No, it's Mayo, I think.
Yeah, I think it's Mayo. Yeah, it is Mayo.
It's an Nvidia livery.
Oh, he's pulled out the way. Meanwhile, and taking a sign out along the way.
Yeah.
Killer. Well, 11 laps remain, and Dan Speed's just gotta not disconnect, not crash, not cut a corner, maintain his gap, and that's it. That's a win. And that'll be a very well deserved win there.
Cashnet's not gaining enough. He needs to be catching 2 seconds a lap. He's only about 0.6 quicker. That's about it.
Cashnet needs a miracle to win this.
Yeah. He seems to have thrown it away by, I would say, probably an amateur mistake, in my opinion.
Yeah, crashed.
Now, he was very quick that previous lap, 34.7, but there's still 19 seconds between them.
So he's only taken a lap.
No, he's only taken a second out of him in 2 laps. That's it.
He's going to need to do a lot better than that to gain. To get past Dan, he's going to need to do a lot more than a second.
Well, 0.6 in the first sector.
And I unfortunately have been cursed by the sound glitch.
Well, Dan Speed, all he needs to do is what I would do now is turn my HUD off and just focus. Because if you see that gap dropping, it is quite a psychological advantage, but I don't think that's getting to him. What a brilliant middle sector. That's a 40.2. That's a brilliant middle sector.
Very good.
What's Cash's?
Yet to see.
Okay, never mind then. 39.8.
Cash there is a man on a mission.
That's still it's only 0.4.
Is it enough?
No, it's not.
That's the question.
He's barely gained anything on him.
Well, there's your answer. It's not enough. So
9 laps to go. Dan Speed leads the way in Dubai by a margin of 18.7 seconds, I believe. No, 17.6, I say. 17.6.
Theoretically, Dan Speed is our winner, but we don't know that for sure because anything could happen. You know, we don't want what happened to Cashnet, or we don't want Dan crashing. You know,
and you are going to regret saying that.
Yeah. Well, if something does happen, I will be very upset because this has been a great race to watch and commentate over.
Yeah, Cash has got 1.3 seconds that lap, but he needs more.
He's just gonna he needs to turn on the NOS on that BMW, but unfortunately the BMW is not fitted with NOS, so he's gonna have to pull something out of the bag, and he's got more lap traffic up front. I saw some headlights going into the hairpin.
You see, he's got to now we saw when Cash pushed, he started to make mistakes, and he makes a mistake. That's a slowdown penalty. That is a slowdown penalty. I think he had to back off. But he just got it at the right time because he was just coming into braking for a corner, so that helped him a little bit actually.
Half a second, a little bit, but he's got the car of Iceman. Well, the McLaren 12C of Iceman.
Ooh, Dan almost threw it away. Dan almost threw it away. He almost hit the wall.
Don't throw it away, Dan.
See, he lost about 3 seconds there. He lost about 3 seconds.
3 seconds. Okay, well.
I just cut back to see Dan Speed swerving towards the pit wall.
Why is he doing that? What are you doing that for, Dan?
what's the difference? 14.5 seconds with
Still,
8 laps to go.
is it? Cash is going to need to do something, or Dan's going to have to do something to just absolutely jeopardise his race. But that's unlikely. Definitely unlikely.
See, his sector 1 times isn't as quick as we've seen him.
And Cashnet's still got to get past the car of Iceman yet.
Now, bear in mind, if Cash catches him, he's still got to get past him.
And judging by how well Dan's done, I say that he hasn't needed to defend his position that much, really, has he? So.
Yeah, that was 7 tenths in that first sector.
Cash, I think, what's Iceman up to? He is going a little bit slow, so Cash is definitely going to be catching up. But Cash has got to get past him without any issues. So just got to hope, well, Cash has got to hope that Iceman pulls out of the way. I assume he would. I don't get why he wouldn't, but...
But just know that at the moment, our support and everything is with the Scotsman right now.
Yeah, Dan has got to, words cannot describe of just the performance Dan has put out. He has denied any cars coming within a second of him.
Can we
even
actually,
within 10 seconds?
Hold on. Has Dan ever won a race in this league?
Yes, I think he has. I don't know. I'm not too sure. I mean, I've only been in for a couple of months, so I'm not really sure, but...
He might have won an LP3 race, I'm not sure.
But he's done very well. That's just...
I'm starting to bite my nails a bit now, because...
Yeah.
Cash took 2 seconds out of him that lap.
Still 7 laps, and he's going to get past Iceman. And
he's going to get round easily.
Right out the way.
Well, then again, it was only 2 tenths the gap that he managed in that first sector, should I say.
But words cannot describe what Dan's done. He's 4 off. Well, he isn't. He hasn't 4 off anything. He's just maintained his gap. He dropped a position, but he got a position back because Cashnet made a silly mistake of crashing into a barrier, into the pits. And he's maintaining this gap, even though he's losing it a little bit, he's still maintaining it enough so he secures that win.
But bear in mind, he's in a Porsche, which is like one of the slowest cars here.
So he's putting the Porsche through its paces, and it's showing the BMWs some competition, and he's fighting, he's beating the GT3 leader, who's been consecutively winning. He's beating a team that has been consecutively...
He's beating a GT3 champion.
Dan is just it's like Lewis Hamilton versus Michael Schumacher.
Yeah.
Dan is Lewis Hamilton and Cash is Michael Schumacher. And Dan is just absolutely smashing Cashing it right now.
1.3 seconds he took that lap.
A great analogy from me there, but you know, just Dan's Speed's done everything right.
11.4 the gap stands at.
And Cash has run wide.
Oh, he's run wide, so he's got a slowdown penalty! Cash has got a slowdown penalty!
Dear. Oh dear, that it wasn't a long one, but it was.
Oh, he's lost 5 seconds though.
5 seconds. So that's bumped his time back up to what?
14, almost 15 seconds.
That is not going to be enough.
No, I probably shouldn't have been siding with Dan, but I just want him. I'm willing him on.
I mean, my heart goes out to Cashnet. He's done very well, but
he has.
He's pushed and pushed and pushed, but he's just pushing too hard, and it's just leading to these mistakes.
Now bear in mind that was a tiny mistake.
Make a few odd corner cuts and a few running wide, but that crash into the pit barrier, that's what's caused this event of Dan Speed taking the win, hopefully. But Cash, hopefully he's not going to beat himself too hard and take second and just see this as like, oh, I've got some competition now. Well, let's try and, let's go make it better.
Well, the gap stands at 13 seconds, so it went to 14, so Cash is still going very quickly, but he's got 5 laps to make up 13 seconds.
I mean, even saying that, his teammate Vectro's in third. Second and third, not bad. You're getting some points for your team. So even though you might not have performed in the Drivers' Championship, in the Constructors' Championship, that's very good. You're losing in some way, but you're winning in another way. So not all is lost for Cash and Vectro.
What was it, 41 versus a 30? Abridge is catching Vectro very quickly. Look at the difference in lap times.
Indeed. That is very quick. You're talking quick, like very quick.
Just
so
and by the way, the difference in sector times between Dan Speed and Cash was a 1/10.5.
Wow, Dan Speed does a 41.3 for sector 2.
And gets past some lapped traffic as well. So he's scything through the traffic. Now Cash gained 1.3 in that sector. That was a very quick middle sector from him, but he's only managed to get the gap back to where it was originally. Not even actually. Well, about.
So Dan is on the pit straight. Cash is going into final corner. Vectro is going into the spoony thing. Meanwhile, Ebrich is coming into the second hairpin, going towards the spoon thing.
Yeah, well, I think that was just... No, Dan, for God's sake!
No, please don't be this.
Please don't bottle it, please. No, he's got a slowdown penalty. Oh no, he's got a slowdown penalty. Dan,
you're killing us.
You're killing us. Stop. The gap is 6 seconds. Oh no.
Dan, oh God.
Oh no.
Has he done this on purpose? Has he done this on purpose? Is this out of smugness?
It better not be, because Cash will eat him for breakfast.
Because if Dan has done this on purpose, this is going to bite him in the backside. Cash is going to be laughing his way past. Unless Cash makes a mistake, which he has done a little bit there, running slightly wide. And Dan's got traffic in front of him. That looks like a McLaren. That would be Broken Arrow.
And now we can see Cash in the background. The gap is just 6 seconds.
No, it's Math Gamer. I think it's Math Gamer.
Yeah, he's the only other one of those Porsches. Oh, I can barely contain. There's 3 laps to go. Dan Speed leads with Cash in it closing fast. The gap is 5.5 seconds. Kashnik can almost smell in the distance the petrol fumes off the Porsche. They're on the same straightaway now. Okay, Dan got through that corner nice and cleanly that time. So I think that was a genuine mistake from him. I can barely speak right now because it is so tense. So tense right now, and Dan's pace is dropping off rapidly. Because with the gap after coming down, at the rate it's coming down, he's gonna catch him probably on the last lap.
But he's going to get past him. There's also that.
Well, Cash is on much fresher tyres. Much fresher tyres.
And Dan's got traffic in the form of Math Gamer.
Yeah, he still hasn't been able to get past him. What is the gap? 4 seconds. Oh, mother of God. He had a gap of 11 seconds. And just these slight errors make it this close. 2 laps to go. Cash in it can see him. 3.5 seconds is the gap. And judging by the way the gap has been coming down, next lap the gap will be 1.5 seconds.
Just depending if any mistakes are made.
Our hearts, our support, we are willing the Scotsman on. The
It's
gap.
very close indeed.
The gap is 2.8.
Dan Speed went a little faster through sector. Oh no, he
No, he
didn't
wasn't. He
actually.
was
My mistake.
way off in that first sector. Oh, there's been a crash in front. Careful, Dan. Oh, that's made him check it. No, that was Cash actually. Got checked up.
Cash
He's got
is
a
off.
penalty. He's got a penalty. Cash has got a penalty.
Now,
It's all gone in Dan's favour.
now,
Now,
I'm start-
we have to think. Let's
Was
not
Matt Gamer
let's
at
not
fault
controversy.
for that?
Let's not make controversy.
well, I'll save that for later. But that
He's
looked
now got
very,
6. He's now got a buffer of 6 seconds as he goes on to his final lap. Can you believe it? You can't
Could
make it
Matt
up.
Gamer.
You could not make it up, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I certainly couldn't. But I'm just gonna make a did Matt Gainer jeopardize Cashnit's chance?
Yeah, I think it was just the way. I don't think he saw Cash coming when he was recovering from a spin.
Does Cash have?
No,
it
I
is
think
dark,
he.
so
Yeah, I think he just got
Matt
it stopped.
Matt Gamer's car is black, and he was sideways on, so he didn't see the headlights probably, and he didn't see him until like the split second.
Dan has just got to keep it together for one more lap. But he can't afford to back off too much.
The nail-biting lap.
He's got a lot of lap traffic ahead. A lot of lap traffic. He's past Math Gamer. Up ahead will be Rip It Up. Matteo. I think he will... will he catch... I'm not sure if he'll catch Rip It Up. He's just got half a lap to go. He's just keeping it steady. Keeping it steady.
Tense.
Hitting his apexes.
Cash is pushing.
Cash is pushing hard. He can see him, and he's not giving up. Fair play to him. But in the last sector, Dan Speed
It's just
crosses
not
the
gonna be
final sector. Scotland is coming up
Into the
towards
spoon.
into the spoon
Spoon.
corner. Careful now, Dan. Now that's a normal line. That's his normal line. He's about to come up to the final 2 corners. Dan
Second to
Speed.
last corner.
He's within victory sight. Through the final corner he will come. And out of nowhere, it's gonna be Dan Speed wins in Dubai, ladies and gentlemen. What a win for Scotland. Round of applause for Dan Speed. He's done it. He's done Scotland a service. Well done, sir. Well done. You've no idea
Textbook
how happy the
driving.
commentators are right now. Cashing
Textbook
it.
driving all the way through.
Cashing it. We have to give him a thumbs up because that was incredible driving, incredible pace all the way. And he takes second. Now, Vectro will get a podium. So great stuff from him. He will get a great
Does he?
podium. Yeah, he will. He will.
Because it
Now,
says Vectro's in 4th for me.
no, because that's because lap traffic it messes up. It messes up the thing. So Vectro finishes in a great podium. So it's a 2-3 for Ferrari B. Ibrich, after starting on pole, unfortunately, will finish in 4th. So not quite the result he hoped for, but still great. Broken Arrow, I think, will finish 5th.
Now, of course, it's the end of the race. Things can be said. The incident between Math Gamer and Cashnit.
Words I think maybe had.
Yes, that looked very. Because obviously Cashnit might not have seen him until the last second, but that was a very unfortunate event there on the last lap. But either way, both Dan Speed and Cashnit drove like absolute champions. Even though Cashnit is an actual champion, but Dan Speed's proved his might, and he has taken a victory here in Dubai after 44 intense laps. It was just intensity all the way through.
And that is his first win in the GT3 class ever.
In what's theoretically the slowest car in the GT3 category.
He's done an incredible job here today. Broken Arrow will finish 5th. Iceman a good 6th, I think. I think he's 6th. Yep, he qualified quite a ways down, so good job. Matteo, after running in 3rd for a while, will finish 7th. And Rip It Up. Officer Rip It, we salute you, sir. You did an incredible job at the start of this race. But I believe Down Speed has stolen your spotlight. Matt Gamer will finish 9th, and Mayo will finish 10th, with Gonorrhea finishing in 11th, and Hussar will be classified as being in 12th. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the Scottish national anthem. That's a terrible version. Let's get a better one. Okay.
We unfortunately interrupt you for this small technical issue.
Hear those bagpipes. Hear them. Hear them, Dan. Hear those bagpipes. Be proud.
Where's the Scottish flag?
And there you go. That's the first time I've ever played that.
And it might be one of the many.
All I can say is wow from that race.
Wow is an understatement.
That was the single best race I have ever commentated over, without a shadow of a doubt.
An absolute pleasure to commentate over. Intensity all the way through. I mean, like, my voice raised quite a bit and my parents are quite annoyed, but oh well, you know, like...
Oh well.
Yeah.
Well, it's still...
Absolute pleasure.
That still extends Cashin's lead at the top of the championship, with Ibrich only finishing 4th. And Vectro will, I believe, may go ahead of him now in the championship, but that means it's still Ferrari B all the way at the top of the Constructors' Championship. But I don't think anyone cares about that right now, because we've got to dwell in the glory that is Dan Speed.
Cashin has got some definite competition.
And perhaps some words may be said afterwards about that incident involving Matt Gamer, but that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That it has been round 3 of GT3, by the way. We're not even halfway yet. There's still a lot more to come. We hope
we have Group B on Friday.
And we hope that will bring as much action as this did, because that was incredible. Dan Speed takes a win. And I've no more other words. Rip It Up did an incredible job at the start of the race, was running second, held off Cash. Cash made a rudimentary error, if you will, and lost his chance at taking what would have been a perfect win. But that is going to do it for the stream today. I do hope you enjoyed. We do hope you enjoyed, because we sure as hell did.
Oh yeah, I certainly did. A great race.
And with that, we will see you all on Thursday for Formula C. Until then, see you later. Good night. Bye bye.